we need to learn about isomers when we talk about organic molecules, because in organic molecules you could have two or more different molecules that have share the same molecular formula, but they are different compounds. So we tend to call these isomers. And there are three types of isomers: chain isomers, position isomers, and functional group isomers. So what's the difference between all of these? Chain isomers, they are compounds which have the same molecular formula. However, the carbon chain connection is different. For example, if you have a compound that has a molecular formula of C4H10, you could have one of these two compounds. The first one is a simple butane, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atom, or you could have this compound which is methyl propane, where you can see that there is a difference in the chain here. There is a methyl group here coming from carbon number 2. So the four carbon atoms are not connected in a chain, but there is some change here. There is a branch here. So these two are two different compounds. They both are alkane. These two are chain isomers. They have the same chemical properties because they have the same functional group. However, they have different physical properties because they are different compounds. The second type of isomer is the position isomer. In position isomers, the functional group is at different position on the carbon chain. For example, C4H8, we're going to have one of these two compounds. We're going to have but1-ene or but2-ene. The difference between these two have the same functional group, which is the double bond between the carbons. However, the position of the double bond for the first one comes in starts with carbon number 1, while for the second one with carbon number 2. So if you start this carbon 1 and this is 2, so this is but1-ene and this is but2-ene. 2 here refers to where is the double bond, where we can find the double bond. So these are two different compounds. However, they still have the same functional group, so they have same chemical properties. However, they have different physical properties because again they are different compounds. The third type of isomers is the functional group isomer, where here in this case the different compounds we're going to have the same molecular formula but different functional group. For example, C4H8O2, we could have the first one, which is butanoic acid. The functional group here is carboxylic acid, or we can have methyl propanoate, which has the ester functional group. So these two will have different chemical properties now because they have different functional group. However, they also still have different physical properties because they are completely different compounds. So all of the type of the isomers, they're going to have different physical properties, but only the functional group isomers where there is difference in the functional group will have different chemical properties.